Hello, everybody. Thanks for your patience as we finish setting up with the racers as well as on our end for this fantastic match between SDiezal and Rats. Joining me today joining us today on commentary is Stu and Talik.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stu.
Hey, what's up? I'm Talik again. Ready to commentate another awesome match.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys have been Talik's been commentating a lot of these matches.
Yeah, I'm excited.
3 in a row.
I'm excited to commentate with him because Talik, I think, is the person who knows the randomizer the best. Actually, out of all the people who've been running it, I have to say Talik. And don't even try to humble. Don't even try.
I know he knows more about the actual game than the rando for sure.
Well, but he's been racing a lot of rando. I've been keeping my eye on that.
Ever since I came back home.
Yeah, so I think Talik, honestly, you're my favorite to win the tournament.
Oh,
but besides that, we'll get to that later on when we get to
I feel like he's gonna join the slaughterhouse at some point.
I don't think so.
If I meet Ben, I'm getting bopped.
Yeah, right. Ben, I feel like he's got the leg up on everybody in terms of execution, but his strategy, it's not perfect.
I feel like it's the opposite, actually. I feel like me and Didi have better execution, but he has better strategy because he's played so many seeds that he understands how to safe split, how to approach them. He didn't even need to think about the library card situation yesterday. But anyway, what do you think about our two players today, Rats and Diesel?
Yeah, Rats. So Rats is a player that I've played with a couple of times. I feel like his execution is like middling. It's like okay. It's definitely good enough to get through the second castle without like worrying about dying too much. And SDiezal, I think he's kind of in the same boat. But I think Rats has been playing more rando, so he might have better strategy. But all this goes out the window when the first relic is some crazy movement relic, so.
Or Jewel of Open, and they need to do the 50-50. When you get mixed up, you gotta hold it. So
you gotta hold it. Yeah. You're pressing down back for a long time. Anyways, I think we're getting ready to start this.
Yeah, so we're gonna go on over and get this race started. We've chit-chatted a bit right now, and we'll have plenty more to talk about during the rando and as well at the very end with the runners.
Definitely.
Yeah, so let's get this countdown on the way and pass over commentary. So, moments. All right, runners, you ready to start? We're gonna start the countdown in. I want to make sure that you guys are ready.
Ready.
Diesel?
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Start the countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
And we are away.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see these guys' Richter fights. Richter, to me, is just a general indicator of how strong your movement is in the game.
Yeah, definitely. And you can make a more efficient route with Richter and more inefficient. Actually, Diesel is doing something interesting. He's sacrificing one item roll so that he has a little bit of a faster Dracula.
Oh, by the way, the game isn't showing.
It's showing for me. You can refresh the feeds.
No, I mean the stream.
Oh, Mash, yeah, switch the scene.
There we go. All right.
Really good.
So we got a good race so far. It looks like they're pretty much exactly even. Yeah, Diesel decided to go into the Richter fight with only 35 hearts. And which makes sense to me because you can only get consumables from the Richter fight. So if you spend time running around grabbing hearts, it's time that you could just be spending finishing the game instead.
Yeah, and because there's no clock rush cutoff in Randomizer, it's actually not an insignificant thing that losing time to the prologue.
Yeah, so I think it's a solid decision for Diesel to skip it.
Looks like they have Thunderbrand.
Yeah, Thunderbrand's a great
so
weapon.
They'll be doing good work of these beginning enemies before Death takes their equipment away. So these two players, both of them actually, they're not only equal in terms of their experience or similarly skilled in terms of their randomizer experience, but they're also they're like newish SOTN speedrunners. Diesel has done like a couple of runs, and Rats has also done like a few any percent runs. Diesel actually has done glitchless, so that's slightly beneficial to him, but Rats has more runs in general. So, and they have like decent execution, but no outstanding features really to either of them. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen here. The randomizer itself might be the actual deciding factor, rather than any outlying skill. We will see.
Yeah, we'll see. Either way, I'm sorry. I'm just have somebody talking to me.
That's okay. Looks like Rat skipped the check above Death, and Diesel went for it. Did you see what he got? Actually, did not.
I did not look either. No, I
Okay.
think it was just something insignificant. It wasn't any good item or anything.
That's why most people skip that check, because it takes quite a bit to do it.
And it's just one
you're
item
obviously not
check. It goes
guaranteed.
out of the way, yeah.
First relic is a card, so both players are gonna skip it. That's not gonna be. Oh, he got a mana prism. Okay, that's definitely not insignificant. That could play a decent role. Thank you, chat, by the way.
Oh yeah, mana prism is huge. Especially
Mana prisms, library cards are the two things that everyone's looking for in randomizer.
And of course, an endgame weapon to fight Galamoth and Dracula with.
Yeah. But in pretty much every seed, you're gonna find a weapon.
Yeah.
But the library card is pretty rare.
Yeah, it's true. There's like 5 or 6 weapons that make the game like really easy. So if any of them drop, you're in a good spot.
Yeah, there's plenty of OP gear in this game. And there's even some weird combinations that are not typical in either speedrunning or in casual play that are also really, really strong. And that's another thing that the randomizer provides. Okay, so Diesel is going to be doing some weird out-of-the-way checks.
Yeah, I've seen a few people check this item, and I don't like it. It takes a very long time. And you can see it's even a little bit difficult to get to that spot, so... Than a route that you tried today.
That is true, but randomizer does this thing where sometimes the combination of relics is such that it forces you to change your route on the fly.
Yeah, it's true.
You have to do, because you have different movement options almost every time. Just having the route laid out is one thing, but you're going to be doing the movement in those rooms in a different way. So
yeah, I mean, just take my race for example. I didn't have the gravity boots ever. I never found the gravity boots.
Not having gravity boots in Second Castle feels weird.
So I think I guess that relic down there by Rats was nothing.
That was a card.
It was a card? Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed
Yeah,
it.
he did
so.
the peek out of the corner of the screen,
Yeah,
which saves
that's
some
very
time.
efficient. Yeah. And so that means that they're not going up into Olrox's quarters. They're just going to both head into Outer Wall after that. And there's 3 relic checks that you can get without any movement abilities. One from the shop, one from the elevator, and then one from the actual library itself. And one of them has to give you some sort of movement ability, even if it's just Jewel of Open.
Yes. You can also technically get the Leapstone location relic, but that is not tracked in the same way in the actual randomizer. So that's not one of the guaranteed checks that will give you progression.
Yeah,
so
you can
that's
do
a gamble to go there.
What is it? You're talking about up and keep? You can
Yes, you can
get
go
to
up the keep from the clock tower by doing some precise jumps.
Yeah,
but that is not intentional, pretty much in the randomizer.
Yeah,
But it is allowed. So if you need to probably go all the way down, or if you have a Jewel of Open, instead of going through the alchemy lab, you can choose to do that riskiest strat.
Yeah, and I think that route that you're talking about has a damage boost because there's one.
Yes, it does. By the
There's
Medusa heads.
one jump you have to do where there's Medusas in the room, and those Medusas hitting you is the only way you can actually make the jump unless you have Wolf or some other movement attack.
Yeah, and that damage boost can either take 5 seconds or like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and it's very skill based too because the Medusas will come to you at your height. So like you have to lure a Medusa at the right time to the right position.
Rats is taking quite a bit of damage. So I wonder if he might even refill his HP at the save before Doppel.
He doesn't have any weapons or any armor. Oh, I would jump over these guys.
I prefer to punch him, honestly. Because without the shield, if you get fireballed in the face, then it's a really bad situation. So I actually like the punch strat. So Rats decided to take the save, which is probably a smart choice. Let's see how he's gonna juggle Doppelganger. Funny thing, when you fight Doppel, even though typically in the game it's actually better to do the kick attack by doing down forward attack in the air with the kick when you're unarmed, it's actually better to use the punch because it just has a better hitbox to hit Doppel out of the air.
Yeah, because it hits further up.
Yeah, and just Alucard doesn't stretch, so his hurt box doesn't extend too far.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's got the loop going. Oh, he let it go.
He's getting looped.
Oh, he's... There we go. And he's got a lot of room for this too, so he should be able to juggle him all the way to the corner.
Oh, that's why you need to be careful of the edge of the screen.
Nice. Actually, a good fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Like when you're unarmed.
Is also gonna save.
Also, an interesting part for that, since they don't have a weapon, the fact that they both had good Dracula fights is very important.
Absolutely.
Like having a good Dracula fight when you're unarmed is incredibly important because it affects your stats, it affects your strength. So if you mess up on the Dracula fight, you'll end up with having to hit Doppelganger a lot, like twice as many times.
This is doing the loops.
Yeah, he's having a little bit of a hard time with it.
He's doing it a little bit more carefully, so he actually might end up.
He also has more armor too.
Oh yeah, from the fall. Oh what? You can hit them out of the startup of the wing smash. I've never seen that.
Yeah, it was very strange. I've never seen him, because if you back up, then he'll untransform from bat, but then as soon as you get close again, he'll go back into bat. So that was just.
You can even get stuck on the ledge and just wing smash into nothing.
Oh wow!
So funny. Good old SOTN video game.
So we got Rib of Lead in the elevator.
Rib of Lead.
It's nice. That's nice. It's just nice to find.
Their first Dracula relic. Still no progression item or movement item. So the library is going to be probably the place that holds that.
Yeah,
and by probably I mean definitely.
did you keep track of all the item? I don't think any of them got any saleable jewels.
I don't think they did. Diesel was hesitating if he should unlock the elevator.
Yeah, you should always unlock the elevator.
The rib is good to have. It gives you 5 strength, is it?
It gives you 5. I don't know what the stat is, but if it's strength, then that's huge.
I think so.
Because
That's a cool fast check for the jar above.
Yeah, the summon spirit. It's very nice.
The books are actually really annoying to fight unarmed because they're resistant to non-splashing damage.
So Form of Mist as an interesting pickup. They can actually check all of the relics in library technically, but one of them is going to be fighting Lesser Demon is going to be a real pain, and then also getting enough money is going to be a pain for the shop, and then getting to the upper fairy card check is very, very difficult with just Form of Mist.
That said, Rats is experienced in 90%, so he may have a little bit of a better idea of how to do that. So let's see how they do that. He's gonna do the punch strat. Oh, maybe he doesn't realize that he can do that.
He might just still want to get money.
He got 2 $100 drops. That's pretty
That's
good.
really nice. I didn't see his money, did you?
No, I didn't. We'll see if he has 500. I feel like he will have. We'll see. No gems. Not enough money. Power of
391,
Mist.
301.
I would farm for a Power of Mist in this situation because it gives you movement and mobility.
I might
full
even
fight.
farm for the library card too.
There's Vorpal Blade, Dracula Tunic, Alucard Mail.
Duplicator
Lots
at
of good
3k.
Oh, Duplicator, okay.
I would definitely farm for a library card right now because there's so
How much was
much
it?
juices. The library card was 200.
Okay. So yeah, I would definitely even farm. Here's the thing: I would go fight Lesser Demon, check the
agreed.
relic, and see what's in the jars. So because those jars, those enemies, that might give me quite a bit of money.
Yeah, exactly.
I might get a gem. Where's Rats going? He's gonna farm the books.
Yeah, this is where we might see some major route divergences and where RNG will play a major factor in both players' runs.
Yes, definitely.
Because the thing is, you could just get Lesser Demon's relic and then leave, and then you could grab a library card and then get Lesser Demon's relic and then leave and go to Olrox's quarters. And
Yeah, that is potential.
yeah,
You should definitely get Power of Mist though. That's a
it's
must.
true.
So Diesel is struggling with the book jump, which I mean anyone that has run any percent can attest to.
Yeah, especially without Wolf, because usually you use Wolf to set up your jump on that top
There's
book.
a setup with Mist too, but it's a little bit less known.
Yeah.
It's actually Ben's setup where you punch the book, you miss, you dive off of it, and the punch makes it so that it dies from the kick, so that it can't hit you back. It also can't trade because your hit will come out first.
Okay. This is pretty ugly for both players right now.
Yeah, sometimes this happens. What? Teleport?
I think he meant to do Soul Steal. Either way, I'm surprised that he's not just going to fight Lesser Demon. I'm surprised both players aren't just trying to fight Lesser Demon. But
Yeah.
Lesser Demon is a really tough fight, so...
I mean, fists are really good of a weapon, surprisingly, but
But when
if
Lesser
he
Demon
fireballs you a
takes
few
to the
times too
air-
much, it gets a problem.
And once Lesser Demon takes to the air, it's going to be a very hard fight because he gets so many invincibility frames from summoning things And then the summons you have to deal with, and some of them can actually be a little tough to kill.
Yeah, the ectoplasms with the curse can be a big problem. Yeah,
I think he
I'm
has
also pointing out that
500.
getting out of the bat relic location is kind of difficult with just mist. You need to hit a weird 2 mist chain in order to be able to get out of there. So
That
that's
hurt
also
me.
a concern.
Oh, you do need to? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, you can. A single mist won't get you like to the right of Lesser Demon. That spot is a high jump, so you need to mist and mist again. If you mash it, you can do it, but it's still kind of tricky. Oh, the books.
Oh, he just needs to face right when he's doing that. Oh,
the books are
he's
being
so
books.
close to it.
At least they're farming while they're doing this.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird situation to be in. You know, I feel like they're both making a misplay, but at least they're making a misplay together.
They may either not know about all of their options. I don't know where Rats is going.
There's one item check below the librarian. He might be going for that.
That's pretty out of the way, but I guess he's farming enemies, so that wouldn't have been the worst idea ever. But
There's
he
not
should
many
have 500 now
in the way there, and it's
for the bar of mist.
Yeah, he's. I've seen at least 200 gold drops.
So they're pretty much going to be even, I think. And I didn't look at Diesel's money, but I'm guessing he's going to be getting enough pretty soon. He's been killing books for a while.
What can I do for you? I'm interested.
Grab that bar of mist.
Farewell for now.
I'm not sure. I think Diesel's actually pretty far behind in money.
The RNG.
Yeah, I think the RNG is a huge problem here.
Okay, let's see what these relics are. Misplay buddies, indeed. Okay, nothing useful. That's the Echo Bat.
Yeah.
He's gonna take it for safety, I think.
Yeah.
But nothing actually useful so far.
Oh, did he get 500 too?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
okay,
he did.
So pretty
Okay.
close.
Yeah, they are
Rats.
actually neck and neck.
Oh, is Rat's gonna forget about Lesser Demon? Ooh,
I agree with that decision.
What decision?
Skip Lesser Demon for now. I don't know. I mean,
But it's a relic that's right here. I would
it's
not
true.
skip it.
It's just such a scary fight. But on the other hand, you can just throw your cross shuriken and stuff.
But he's static, especially when he's in the air. He's static, so you can just jump up and get a whole bunch of double hits on him. So, and there's a save right there, so I would go and fight him. So let's see. There is going to be a big route divergence now because of that. So if the relic is useless and if there is no money, that's actually even more important than the relic. Because if Diesel finds a diamond or something right now,
Yeah, it's true.
that's going to be a big deal. Because there's a duplicator and he has a mana prism. So Diesel has a mana prism. Rats might not even find a mana prism in this whole seed.
That's true. He's
Oh my
taking
God.
so much damage.
Three
Yeah.
armors.
Yeah, he's
He's
going
even
to
gonna check the items
here.
above.
Yeah. There's 3 up here, I think. 1 in the candle and then 2 behind the
yes.
bookshelf.
That's correct. Yeah, Rats did not check that location. Sunstone, so only 8 more hours until that becomes relevant.
That's right. Symphony of the Night has like an internal timer. So that handles Jewel of Open right in Clock Tower. So Catacombs
Please
going to be
soul
open
steal.
for both players very easily.
Okay.
Oh no, he's soul stealed at a terrible time.
At least it does heal him, but it doesn't do any damage like that. That is a good idea. You could just use his fists because it actually does quite a bit of damage. That Mudman attack, by the way, the chest spikes actually hurts a lot.
Yeah, and then he flies forward. Man, this fight is such a pain in the neck.
Cross Shuriken time.
Oh no! Don't use the mana prism.
No! Oh
Use the
no!
mana prism. Oh god! If you're gonna
Oh,
use
that,
the mana
oh,
prism,
that
at least
hurts
soul
my
steal.
soul.
Oh no! He's gonna soul steal. Oh, that's
Oh
death.
god,
Oh.
that Akuma fireball.
Oh, that's good. Oh, okay. At least he made it out of the fight. He used his mana prism though with duplicator in the shop. Bleh.
This hurts me so bad.
Bleh.
We'll see.
It's rough, dude, man.
Game,
Can't-
please just give him a mana prism. No.
He really
Take the
wanted
heart
that
max up.
heart max up too. Oh, and there's
It's Soul of Wolf, so that's not useful. And he does not have money. Rat actually got the mana prism. That's why I say about that check. That item check is so wasteful because you can check it later when you go to check the entrance relic.
Yeah, because they're doing a save split here. They're saving right before they go to this
Yep.
entrance relic. And then if the entrance relic ends up not... Because the entrance relic is pretty far away. So no matter what route you do, you're going to be spending a lot of time checking it. So he's just like, all right, I'm going to save and then go check it. And then if it's crap, then there's a soft reset and Symphony of the Night. Just use that.
So even if the relic is useless and he soft resets, he better go get that mana prism. Because that's a big deal with a duplicator in the game.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this room is.
If you
being
guys don't
so
know,
slow
the
for
Soul Steal
SDiezal
input
right now.
is an SNK super input. Back,
It's even
forward, half
harder.
circle to back, forward attack.
Yeah, most SNK inputs are actually easier than that.
Yeah, because they don't require the diagonals as harshly as SOTN does.
Also, like having it. Usually, SNK is like forward to back forward or forward back to forward or something like that. But this
Yeah,
is
it's inverted
forward
in SOTN.
back to. Well, it's both of them.
Back,
You're
forward,
doing
back. Yeah.
You're doing a forward and then dragging all the way across and then going the opposite way again. It's a lot of inputs for Soul Steal.
Yeah, the input system in SOTN is very interesting the way it works. It's very restrictive and precise. It works. There's no errors in it, but it wants something very precise. And if you don't do exactly what it wants, it's just not gonna give you the input.
It very often you will get no spell rather than like just mess up a little bit and get something.
It more often than not comes down to knowledge.
So he found
Because, for example,
the Ring of Vlad, right, at the entrance.
yeah, he did.
So Rats is
Rats.
at 2 pieces of Vlad.
Has the mana prism now. So far, no really big money drops. He's
Yeah.
gonna go and continue checking in the alchemy laboratory, and now Diesel's gonna acquire the Jewel of Open. There it is.
Now, I kind of like going from here to the keep
To keep.
for Rats or for Diesel. Yeah, just because you're already you're already into the clock tower. It feels bad to walk out again. Eye of Vlad for Rats over there. So Rats is at 3 pieces of Vlad now. Wow. 3,
I think
and that's our
it's-
first sword too. The stone sword for SDiezal.
Yes. Did he check the other 2 items that were below that?
No, he didn't. Now
Let's
he's
see.
going to check them.
No, he's not. It's a talisman, which is neat. Not particularly useful. The Moonstone was in the alchemy lab. In the skeleton, I think. Drop that. So
Oh.
Moonstone is actually pretty good.
Yeah, Moonstone is godly. Now he's got Rats or SDiezal has no mana, so he can't really finish keep, or he can finish clock tower right now, but it'd be
It's
a
gonna
real
take him a
pain.
while.
Yeah, it
If
looks
he
like
jumps
going
now,
for
he's
it.
fine. There we go. Nice jump.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a weird interaction that I've never seen before.
The stone sword.
I would
on
have
it.
thought that it would do nothing to them, but sure. The game is merciful. Merman statue for
Merman
rats.
statue. Okay,
So that's a sigh of
this is
relief
going to
for
be
him.
this is a very polite seed for
Yeah.
the runners. They get to do basically whatever they want. Whatever route they want to take, they can. With the Merman statue and the Jewel of Open being giving to them right away, along with a form of flight.
Yeah, when they later go down to caverns, they're gonna have freedom to do all of the checks without worrying about anything. Say what?
I did not know there was a check there where that life apple
Oh,
was
and
on Diesel Street.
Yeah, I learned about it the other day. I think Manly did it, or no, it was Rain. Rain did it, and that's how I learned that there's a breakable wall there.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Oh, Gurthang here.
Gurthang
That's
is actually a good sword.
One of the problems with Gurthang is that it doesn't double hit on an aerial hit. A lot of the end game weapons, if you attack while in the air, you'll get 2 hits on one swing, and the Gurthang doesn't do that. But
Actual
as a
spaghetti.
plus side to the Gurthang, when you swing it, it has a cool little blood animation.
Yeah. That's one problem with this route. You need to do this boss fight, but Karasuman is really ridiculously weak, so it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, and you can.
Here's
get
the
it
problem
into
with the
this
Gurthang.
hit stun loop,
Okay, so the relic at Gravity Boots is useless. It's another card.
Yep.
Okay, Clock Rush did not mess up with rats.
Yeah, Rats is looking pretty strong right now.
Rats, please, rats.
Rats, I just complimented you. Just don't mess up when I say something nice.
Power of Mist actually acts really weird sometimes.
When you're
Especially since we don't have.
untransforming.
Yeah, especially since we don't have enough experience using it pure without anything else.
Yeah.
For example, the other day I was trying to just double tap the mist and gravity boost straight up, but it kept going one way or another. There's some weird stuff sometimes in the game.
It's interesting. They have different weapons right now, but both of them have about the same tier of weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, Diamond. Diamond
Where was
for
it?
Diesel.
For Diesel. Oh, there it is.
And he has the mana prism still. So once they get Soul of Bat, it's going to be.
I thought he used it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rats has it. Sorry.
Yeah,
My
Rats
bad.
has it.
So he already used his. Either way,
Yeah.
when that's an item check that both of them will go for. So.
Okay, Zircon, nothing too big. Joseph's cloak.
Yep. Let's see what is his fashion feel like today.
Is he gonna go for time or is he gonna go for fashion? He's gonna go for time. It's black.
That's right.
Black and black.
Which is its
That's a
own
good
bold
one.
fashion statement, but it's not as swag as setting a color.
That's my usual color palette when I dress, black on black.
You see, you have a great sense of fashion too.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, let's see what this relic is. Leafstone.
Leapstone Vanilla.
Interesting. They still don't have bat, so their movement options are kind of bizarre, but they can get around. Oh, that's a smart way to check that.
Yeah. So Heart of Vlad at Power of Mist. So that's four
That's their third?
Vlad
Oh, 4.
relics
Wow. That's quite a bit.
in the right side up castle.
More than average.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
just checking to see what
there's
can go.
still 5 or 6 relic checks in First Castle. It might be a 5.
Even more.
It might be like a rush.
That could be interesting to see. Because it would switch to any percent insecting castle with the mana prism.
Yeah.
So that would be a gigantic advantage for rats.
With duplicator mana prism, yeah.
Yes, because Diesel is not
once
used
you-
to that, and Rats is.
Yeah, and that little section, like when you normally exit chapel to go into Death Wearing Lair, upside down, or set the second castle version of Olrox's quarters. It's actually very easy, but try going the rest of the way up and going to Colosseum is much faster if you're just heading straight to Dracula. And it's difficult too. It's risky because if you mess up a wing smash, then you're going to have to deal with imps that are CCing you while the heralds shoot bows that deal tons of damage. So
Yeah.
the imps once they hit you, they force you to spam both circle and square while standing in place. So if that's not Power of Sire, you're going to die.
Yeah. Library card.
Library
Big
card
item drop.
drop. Yeah. Rat and as soon as
I think Diesel's
hope-
gonna check it too, though. He should.
I know, but he still doesn't have the mana prism. Oh, nice. Rats
What's he
is taking
doing?
the teleporter? Or no, I think he's just
Interesting choice.
discovering it? No? What is he doing?
Yeah, I'm
He
not
already
sure.
checked the entrance relics, right?
Yeah, he did.
Maybe he's deciding to go up to keep. No, he's going to the library. He knows he has the duplicate. He can buy the duplicator, so that's probably why he's doing this.
Did
But
he get the
that's
diamond
the thing.
too?
But that's the thing. He did not get the diamond. You're right.
He still maybe has enough money though.
I think he got an
He wants to
aquamarine.
get the duplicator as early as possible so he doesn't waste his library card, I guess.
But the library cards sell for 200, so maybe he just didn't know the library card sold for 200.
Oh, it's in the shop? I
Like,
didn't actually see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it sells for 200 in the shop. So
Yeah, I think that's a
like-
mistake because he should have. He was on the way to Olrox. He should have just killed him and checked the sword card relic as well because he was right there.
yeah. I like doing Olrox as a part of. Oh yeah, he
He's not
does
even
have
gonna have enough money.
Oh, he's 300 short. He's 300 short.
Overzealous.
So he might actually just grind for the. Or no, wait. What is he? He didn't even get down to the duplicator. What's he doing?
Does he even? Did he check it the first time?
I
That
don't
would
know.
be a big mistake if he didn't. Oh, he hasn't fought Lesser Demon yet.
Yeah, I knew that.
So okay,
It's
they're
not
also
exactly
diverging
the
quite a bit at
routing-
this point.
Yeah, it's not the routing that I thought. You might do in this situation. I think it's
Yeah.
not great, but at the same time, it's good that he's not leaving any item checks behind.
I mean, I feel like doing these item checks here right now is a little bit wasteful because of how far into the seed there are. But yeah, I don't know. I'm slightly confused by Rats' routing decisions after he got
Yeah.
the library card.
Yeah, I think I don't know what he's thinking. He probably just had it in his head for so long. I need to go back and do this. I need to go back and do this. That like
Yeah,
couldn't
and he
think
was
of
at a
anything
teleporter
else.
anyway, so he isn't doing anything extraneous. It's just that he's doing it in a weird order. Does he know that this weapon has a special that does a lot of damage? Well, not gonna do it in the air anymore, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully he kills him before he lands.
Hopefully
again.
he doesn't use his mana prism. So Diesel is also going up to Aurochs now.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the turquoise is. Brad's very much trying to avoid that heart refresh, max up.
Yeah, hard max up. Yeah.
He was like, "Oh,
Honestly,
don't touch it! Don't touch it!"
we keep joking that Mouse just kept extraneous hard max ups in the randomizer just to piss people off, because getting a hard max up as a random drop out of an item spot or a jar or something feels quite awful.
Yeah, it does.
Because in randomizers, most of the time you don't even have an access to a sub weapon.
Yeah, because the Cubozoe is not in logic at all. Like the
And even if it
Cubozoe
is,
by the logic entirely.
yeah,
so
even
it's
if you
just
find a cube Zo, the locations for the sub weapons are not the same. So
yeah, they're all randomized too. A lot of times runners don't even realize they have a sub weapon if they want, because sometimes one will randomly drop off an enemy. Like you can even get sub weapons
axe armor.
like vanilla. So
Yeah, axe armor is the enemy that drops sub weapons, which is still the case, but it's also randomized. So Diesel's also not going up the Aurochs.
I liked Diesel's little ping pong to get through them.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think it's better to do Olrox as a part of the Silver Ring trip, so I think that's a good idea. I think both
I
the
feel
runners...
like it depends on your movement options. If you have a fast way to do it and you're right there, then it's wasteful to not do it then. But otherwise, it's good to combine it with the Silver Ring.
Well, I just feel like you need to come back. You need to take a teleporter to somewhere to get the Silver Ring because you're going from the Spike Breaker.
Yeah.
Or you're coming from the library. So it's like that. So that's why that argument kind of falls flat for me.
I mean, that's true. Again, depends on how exactly the random goes.
Yeah, true. It depends on a lot.
Because
Other stuff. Because if you haven't,
if you don't have Merman statue in Jewel of Open,
yeah,
and you have flight,
then
you kind of need to check all rocks.
Yeah.
So usually, if I have flight early in the rando, for example, if it is in Marble Gallery, I'll go up to Aurochs and then swing all the way through Keep to the library. Because later on, when you're going to get Silver Ring, if you use the Keep teleporter, then the Silver Ring is basically some straight wing smash lines away.
Yeah.
Which is quite quick. Rats is also going through Clock Tower to get to the keep, whilst Diesel is actually going down to Caverns.
Yeah. Which makes sense. He has Merman statue and he has a form of flight, although a slow form of flight, so.
Did Diesel leave the castle entrance relic to combine it with the caverns?
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it.
Yeah.
I don't even think he checked the other alchemy lab relics yet. Or no, he must have. Yeah, he did. Never mind. But I don't think he went to the entrance. Oh my god, this is the worst outside succubus room ever.
All of these jars. How do I hold all of these bullshit.
Jars? Oh my god. That is so stupid.
So Raz is gonna acquire the diamond in a little bit.
Yeah. And does he already have the library card?
He has one, and I'm not sure if he noticed that there are library cards in the shop. If he did notice, I would do these relic checks and immediately teleport with the library card. Succubus is down.
Yeah.
Diesel is making great use of the spells in the game.
Yeah, I agree. He's been casting during a lot of fights.
Which is smart.
All right, now what's his choice for the Joseph's Cloak?
He's trying to be fast too. Oh, there we go, Moonstone finally.
Yeah, Moonstone it gives buffs to all stats while it's nighttime, which is the beginning of the game until 8 hours in.
Yeah. 8 actual hours.
Yeah, and
that's how they decided to code it.
Time in
Keep
menus.
in mind that an average casual playthrough is about 6.5 hours.
Whoa! If you're doing like 100% and like running
still not
around
8.
trying to grab everything, my first playthrough was like 20.
Oh wow. I guess it depends. It could extend up to that much.
Because keep in mind, I also like to grind some of the rare items, like the Chrysogrim off the Shmoos.
Yeah, that's true.
And also just being bad at the game.
Did Diesel do the save split?
I think so, yeah.
I guess we're about to see. Okay, so both of our players are actually kind of still looking for a weapon. They have weapons that are fine, but nothing that's endgame worthy.
Yeah, nothing I would want to take into the Dracula or Galamoth fight.
I mean, technically Katana can do it, but you want something better.
Yeah. Yeah, Katana's like one of the worst weapons I would take into those fights, but I don't really want it. So Force of Echo at Holy Symbol, that's definitely a reset. And Rats takes the most superficial lead ever with having four Vlad relics. Ooh, I like this. Yes, perfect. Rats did exactly what you mentioned. He used the library card after getting the teleporter.
Very smart. Wow, that's a good Tetris spirit. Instead of doing the block, it's actually pretty good.
And then hopefully he grabs the Dracula tunic and the Vorpal blade or the Alucard sword, depending on taste, I guess.
I would take Vorpal. Did he see the duplicator?
He did. He bought it.
Okay, good. Library card.
Yeah. Yeah, he bought library card.
Did he have a Buffalo Star or a Cross Shuriken?
He has a Cross Shuriken.
Because I honestly would use that over. Oh, he's a Power of Sarah user.
oh, he's one of those people. But yeah, he has a cross. They both have a Cross Shuriken. So,
Power of Sarah is a great weapon, but it kind of hampers your ability to do other stuff.
So
that's why I like using it. Go ahead.
One thing I wanted to mention: anybody who's prone to seizures, please be wary. Power of Sire, it will wreck you.
Yeah, second diamond in the game. Interesting.
Oh, where?
He didn't take it though. That's interesting.
Diesel?
Where Diesel was, yeah. He didn't take it.
He's probably not planning on going back to the library.
Was the library card that the Rats had a drop?
No, the library card that Rats got was from the jars going up to Olrox.
Oh, okay.
So
I mean, I would definitely find a way to go back to library if I was in Diesel's position.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Duplicator is there is just very tempting.
And that they still don't have a good equipment set.
Yeah, they don't have a way to... exactly.
Oh, he's gonna take it now.
Yeah, because he still needs to kill... He still needs to get that entrance relic, too.
They need bat.
Yes!
They
that is
really need that.
probably at it's
Aurochs
probably
or
after
Sword Card.
Cerberus. Yeah, it's either after Cerberus or at Olrox or Sword Card.
Yeah, no one has checked those yet.
They're both on the way to doing those, though. So like if Rats gets it right here, it's going to make a huge difference for his time.
Absolutely.
Because I think he's the one who still has the Mana Prism, right?
Yes. And there's been no other Mana Prism. Another card. That's funny.
Yeah.
There's been no other Mana Prism so far in the seed.
So, funny thing, 4 Vlad Relics for both players. But a funny thing about, shit, now I forgot what I was going to say.
Funny thing.
I'm sorry.
Please clap.
I missed it. My brain got messed up.
Aurochs may be resistant to dark, so... okay.
Yeah, this isn't working.
He did die eventually.
Way later than I expected.
Yeah, Cross Shurikens both allow you to shield dash with them. They have amazing range. They have good damage. They have sniping power. So I really prefer using any type of star over something like Vorpal or Power of Sire. It's just Cube of Zoe. So
yeah, see, for me, if I were in Ratz's shoes, I would have the Power of Sire on my main hand and the Cross Shuriken on my offhand, so that way I can shield dash with the cross Shuriken.
okay, let's see these final few checks that they have left. It will be interesting if they get both the bat now and the last. Oh my god,
God,
so
he's
low
got to
on
be
HP.
careful.
You have pot roast, sushi.
Throw a bunch of pot roasts for yourself.
If they get the 5 Drac Relics and bat, another Mana Prism. So that's going to be
that's in both
a
their
saving
paths.
grace for Diesel.
But at the same time, Diesel might not go back to the. Well, no, because there's a library card that he's going to get.
Yeah, he'll get it here just before getting that Mana Prism.
Oh, he did buy the. This is. I don't like that decision. I would have just.
The library card?
No, I guess if he didn't open up Coliseum, then it makes sense.
He did, but it's still faster.
So this means that Soul of Bat is definitely at Cerberus.
After Cerberus, yeah.
Which is Diesel's coming up on right now. What's Diesel's
Yeah, Rats is
right
going
now?
to be not that far behind. Sorry, go ahead.
Rats is on his way to this basement. There's no other place for him to go right now.
Yeah, that's correct.
But yeah, the mace is a nice fast weapon for this boss. This is an unusual boss. You end up sitting a lot. So it's better to have a weapon that has fast swing speed. A lot of times you don't
range.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't really care about the swing speed because you can just jump cancel all your attacks, but that boss is one exception. That boss and then Hippogriff and Medusa are 3 bosses that you can just abuse by sitting in front of them.
Yeah, in general, the bosses in SOTN are almost never a big threat, but in Randomizer, sometimes they can be. For example, Aurochs. Quite often, you have no equipment, but you can go there. So you need to kind of tough it up and either fight Aurochs with weird stuff that's underpowered, or you need to just keep him for later.
All right, that was a huge pickup for Diesel. I feel like he needed that Alucard sword really badly in order to stand a chance.
Yeah.
Seeing as how he hasn't been, I don't know if he's going to, because I don't think he has a library card, right?
No.
And he's going to Spike Breaker 2 right now without a library card. That's so much more time spent than Rats is going to. That's really rough.
Yes, he's gonna have to backtrack to the teleporter, go to the Aurochs teleporter, and then continue doing the checks that he has left.
Yeah.
So he's still gonna get to the duplicator, Mana Prism, and library card pretty soon. But Rats is going to very quickly potentially gain a lead here.
But also keep in mind, Rats doesn't have the arena or the Coliseum thing open. So
I think he
that's
does.
a little bit.
No, he definitely does.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the shortcut?
The shortcut from Chapel to Arena.
I don't know why he wouldn't have it there. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't think he has
That would
it.
be a big mistake.
He'll have to spend more time when he has to go get the silver ring.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder why he didn't get it. That's interesting. So Diesel's about to get the spike breaker.
Yep, Rats just got the gold ring, so they're both in the race to get to second castle at this point. We know that. So all four of the Vlad relics were in first castle. All of their stats are being upped by 5 right now. The last Vlad relic is all they need for completion of the game. Besides this little quest they're doing right now to go get the silver and gold ring and then go to the center of the castle.
That's just doing the holy symbol check right now.
The ever disappointing holy symbol check.
Yes. It's good to kill the bats while you're waiting in the boat because they have a decent drop rate, and you can see what items they drop. Could be something good. I've gotten Chrysogrim, Duplicator, Dragon Helm off of bats.
Yeah, they can drop anything, so it all just depends on what the randomizer decided would be in their drop table for this run.
Indeed. And we should clarify, every enemy in the game can drop 2 items, and those are randomized. So Rats is gonna save split after that useless relic. He's on the toes of Diesel, but Diesel still has checks to do with the Aurochs and Sword card.
So it's actually an interesting position, right? Because Diesel will be able to incorporate those checks into his silver ring route, and he has the backtrack. Meanwhile, Rats has duplicator mana prism, so it's kind of a race between those two advantages that either player has.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, library card. Yep, first. That's it. That's right, dude. There's a library card there.
The category there we are going to be racing in this tournament is Glitchless Spikebreaker. So it's Glitchless rules, and the only sequence break that we don't allow is using a potion or invincibility item to get to the silver ring. That's simply to promote the players to visit more locations along the castle. It basically makes the run more interesting to do that. Get that diamond. There we go.
It's also nice to force the runners to do a little bit more movement in the game, because right now, if your execution is very good, you'll even if you have to do a full castle check, most seeds will end by an hour and 15, and I think that's like a good amount of time to spend it in a randomizer. I think that's a good run.
Indeed. And the allure of SOTN when it comes to speedrunning in general is the movement of the game. It's not really the combat or anything else. So giving the players more opportunities to actually move around the castle is always good. And it also makes it so that you need to do some rooms with relics that you wouldn't typically do it. So players are kind of forced to improvise sometimes. So Rats is going to save split again. and then just gonna go and press the switch. That's why he didn't do it the first time. He's gonna sacrifice that 1 diamond, but it doesn't really matter because he already bought everything he needs.
Yeah, there's nothing at the shop that Rats hasn't already like either decided he doesn't want or bought.
Yeah, nothing crucial. So while we're kind of going towards our last relic checks, let me just do a quick little plug. Big thanks to Mash for organizing the tournament. Big thanks to Mouse, who is the person with the weird nickname in chat you see right now, Snow P7IM, who made the randomizer off of the base randomizer we had before. He kind of expanded upon it, improved it quite a bit. So we've been doing that. We've been racing it, playing it quite a bit the last few months in the Long Library Discord server, where most of the SOTN speedrunning community is hanging out. If you want to check it out, go to speedrun.com/SOTN. It has all the links to all of that stuff. And yeah, we welcome anyone that just wants to learn to speedrun, that wants to play the randomizer, do some races. You're welcome.
We also have a very active community. There's some races, not every day, but almost every day. So if you're interested in randomizing or doing randomizer races with an active community, come on, join us.
That's actually interesting to use the library card after picking up the silver ring. It's faster if you haven't opened the shortcut.
But it's also faster if you can buy the duplicator.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a mana prism.
I'm interested in this.
Didn't he get it after Aurochs?
I didn't look. I forgot that there was one there.
It was a free check, so he should have it. Oh, please don't spend all your money. Okay, there we go. We saw it. Dracula Tunic, definitely.
Yeah, anything else that he buys is now just for taste.
Did he get a good weapon?
He got the Vorpal. He got 2
Vorpal.
Vorpal.
That should be good enough. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Rats has Bat now. So I hope he realizes that and immediately puts on his mana prism and starts speeding his way throughout the rest of this in second castle.
Yeah, exactly.
They also have the Leap Stone, so they're immediately gonna have access to Dive Bats. No gravity boots, so second castle is gonna be a little bit funky.
I wish SDiezal had switched what hands he had stuff in, so that way he doesn't need to change his muscle memory for backdashing. But it looks like his just triangle backdash is actually really fast, so he doesn't really need
it's actually, the difference is not as big as many people would think.
Well, the thing is, I feel like when you say that, there's like a little bit of an asterisk. The difference isn't that big if your timing is really good on the just triangle backdash. The timing is a little bit
if your
difficult.
timing isn't as good on the triangle backdash, then your timing wouldn't be good enough on the shield dashing either.
Well, if you have the
shield dashing actually loses time quite significantly if it stutters at all.
Right, but if you have the Vorpal blade, then there's no risk of that stutter.
There is a risk of stuttering for sure. You can stutter still with a Vorpal or with any kind of a backdash canceling device. Shield dashing speed is one of the biggest myths in SOTN. People that are very easily, if they watch good runners, they can very easily get convinced by looking at them that shield dashing speed is something extremely important in run, and that it benefits quite a bit. And kind of both of those things are incorrect. In fact, the fastest time in any percent that we have from the clock rush up to the teleporter to the library, which is the most significant portion of shield dashing in the game, Metako has that fastest time, and he deliberately shield dashes slowly as possible so that it's consistent. Okay, Diesel is now fully geared up with the duplicate and the mana prism, so both players have the tools they need to go at full speed, but Diesel is a bit behind. Not that far behind though. He is like on Rat's tail, but still Rats is ahead.
Oh, I for some reason I didn't think Rats had gotten the holy glasses.
I guess he hasn't.
What is he? I thought he already grabbed the silver ring though.
I'm not quite sure. Because he should be ahead. It would be weird if Dizzle was ahead right now. But maybe I'm missing something, or Rats is confused for some reason. Rats is going for silver apparently. But how? Okay, so is Diesel? I'm a little bit confused. Okay, I guess Diesel is far ahead of Rats now.
Yeah, I don't know.
How did that happen? Did Diesel skip relics?
No, somewhere? I think all that happened was Rats used the library card after getting Silver Ring, and then he brain farted and took a teleporter to the keep when he could have just taken it to Olrox's quarters and then gone straight to Maria.
I guess so. I'm really confused right now because I was speaking and kind of not paying attention. I feel like Rats was really far ahead though. Like I don't know what happened to bring him from ahead to behind. No matter. So
that was a cool way to enter that room. Wow.
Yeah, it actually saves quite a bit of time because of the cutscene.
Yeah, that's cool.
So Rats is gonna need to pull his advantage of being an experienced 30% runner now in second castle. Mist is yellow because they have what's it called? Gas Cloud?
Yeah.
Which is the third Mist Relic, makes it do damage. Oh, Diesel actually didn't use the library card. Instead, he chose to go for a teleporter, which was a risk, and it's actually slower to do that. Maybe he doesn't know that library card there is faster.
Yeah, because you can library card as soon as you get holy glasses and just go straight from library to straight from library to outer wall teleporter.
Yeah. And it's not only that, also the outer wall teleporter is right next to the keep teleporter in their order, so it's always going to be the next one.
Yeah, it's true.
And if you take the Aurochs teleporter, you need to cycle throughout like 5 or 6 teleporters.
All the ones you've discovered, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so Rats is getting the holy glasses now, while Diesel is going to be fighting the Shaft Orb. I don't know why he did that, but okay.
Probably just because he's nervous about this fight.
I guess so. There we go. Shaft Orb is down.
Yep.
Let's see if Rats uses the library card here. Also, Rats, yeah, I think it was Rats that did the odd decision earlier in the seed where he teleported back to library when he was around Aurochs. Did something similar again. Oh, he went all the way back to kill Lesser Demon.
Yeah,
I think that was the big time loss was that, in my opinion. because he went all the way back. Twice, basically.
Yeah, and like he could have gotten it right now instead of then.
Okay, it's time for Wing Smashes Rats.
All right, let's see both the players. Both the players are now in positions where most of their movement should be wing smashes.
Yes.
And no, SDiezal apparently doesn't like the bat dive.
It's a little bit tricky to do so, and it doesn't really save that much time, especially when you have duplicator and mana prisms. So I don't really blame him for not using it. He should at least bat dash though. He's opting to just transform manually. Awkward movement without having gravity boots, but you use what you have.
That's right. Wait, do they not have... Oh, I guess they don't have
No, they
gravity
don't.
boots, huh?
It's somewhere in second castle. So it's 1 out of 7 relic checks in second castle, the last Vlad relic. So it might take a while for them to find it.
Yeah, who knows? It might be that if it's the Medusa relic, though, then they get to any percent route.
Yeah. The longer it takes for Diesel, so basically the later in second castle, the last Vlad relic it is, the better it is for rats. Because it gives them more chance to catch up with infinite wing smashing.
Fairy scroll, garbage. Diesel moving on.
Yeah, the two things he would care about is gravity boots or Vlad relic. Rats entering the second castle now. He's 2 full checks behind. That's quite a bit. That's about 2.5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes.
Uh-oh, he's going for a little bit of manual jumping, which is risky. If the archers catch up to you, they deal a lot of damage, especially since you have very little armor with the duplicator on. The duplicator subtracts a ton of armor.
Yeah, I think 30. Minus 30. Oh, Flame Star. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I wish he had picked it up. it's more attack power than the Vorpal Blade.
That was close with that Medusa head there. So Diesel having a little bit of trouble with movement here in the second castle.
Yeah, his wing smashing is not 100%.
I think Rats thought he had gravity boots there.
I wouldn't be surprised. I thought he had gravity boots. Uh-oh. Oh, good. He used the usage. Okay. Holy water is really good in that fight. Holy water and salts are and daggers are extremely effective against Aquadon.
Yeah, in glitchless we use holy water to kill him instead of spending mana on the spell.
Fire.
Not only mana, and the screen freeze also wastes time.
The other thing that's really good against Aquadon is spells like Tetra Spirit. If you can just stay at a range and cast Tetra Spirit, he'll die very quickly. Especially seeing as how the Mojo Mail dropped in this seed. So I think if they're not using it, they're using Dracula Tunic. We see that clutch pause to equip the Spike Breaker. That's funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's nice to like land and then double jump. I think jumping is faster vertical movement than bat.
Oh, by a lot. It's way faster.
Rat's actually missing a bunch of wing smashes there, so wonder if like nerves are coming into play or something.
Possible. Rat's yeah, his biggest weakness is actually when he makes a mistake, he overthinks. He like dabbles on his one mistake way too much. He thinks about it constantly. Which is something that a lot of new runners have as a problem, but...
I mean, it's good to reflect and learn from your mistakes, but when you're in a tournament
After the run, not during the run.
Yeah, when you're in a match, you need to stay focused.
Okay, that was a good dive towards Akmadan. That activates his AI as soon as possible, making him spawn and get vulnerable quickly.
Yep, quick kill. His button spam for Vorpal Blade is very good.
It looks like he may even do the exit to avoid some of the lag from the relic spawn. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Oh, Diesel, please don't get hit! Careful. Okay.
Yeah,
Power of Mist usage is good for this.
Yeah.
Guardians are the most
ahead.
scary enemy in the game. The most scary normal enemy. They're scarier than most bosses in the game. Legitimately.
Yeah, Guardian. Yeah. Because there's not even an AI loop you can use to defeat them. They have this shield that you have to attack them very carefully in order for them not to just guard every single attack you do.
Yeah,
And
they have parries.
Yeah, they have the highest attack damage out of any normal enemy, so they're terrifying.
Varda in the jar.
Yeah.
I didn't used to check that jar, but
I wouldn't have checked him if I was him, just because I already have Duplicator, Mana Prism, and weapon to kill Dracula with.
yeah.
But Varda actually is
honestly
worthwhile.
still pays for itself. Yeah.
The Varda relic will make Vorpal Blade kill the bosses faster. Definitely.
Yeah, Vorpal actually has a really low attack power,
Yeah,
so it's actually good to get Varda.
Every point of strength matters a ton with Vorpal. Not only because it has low attack, but very fast attack speed, so...
Nash is messing up. These are any percent rooms, and he's I feel like the nerves are getting to him.
You say Rats is messing up?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
A few wing smashes didn't come out there.
Yeah,
He has closed the gap though. He's closer than he used to be by a significant margin. And this stretch towards the Force of Echo location is pretty difficult to execute. Get the full wing smash chain.
Yeah, absolutely. And those blue Venus weeds are very deadly. And even the cave trolls can deal a lot of damage, so it's a scary area.
Oh, Rats died to Novo Skeleton.
No.
Oh.
Well,
I don't know where his last save was.
Do then is finish the seed basically. Last Vlad relic was at Force of Echo, so Diesel's now ready to beat Dracula. He's got the Ring of Arda. He's got Vorpal Blade. He can just do it.
Yeah, his last save was in before Spikebreaker, I think. So this effectively puts him out of the race. Oh, it's actually way even before that. His last save is before Holy Symbol check. So that's quite unfortunate. He was catching up. I don't know if he would have caught up enough to win the race, but it would have been really, really close.
Yeah. At the same time, SDiezal just needs to play well still. He can definitely die against Dracula.
Indeed.
And like,
I don't
there's
know
still
where
a few...
Oh my god.
These rooms are still scary right now, so you can't really like... Ooh, 31.
Yeah, one Guardian hit and it's over. So he really, really needs to be careful. And okay.
Yeah, I hope that like Rats doesn't let on that he died because... Oh my god. Okay, he's good. Alright. Whew.
Yeah, he kept the chain.
So as long as something extreme doesn't happen, Diesel's got this in the bag.
Well, I was not expecting that. I think he
Yeah.
missed a wing smash, and he just got hit from behind for 130.
Yeah, sounds about
and,
right.
And that's it. That's how easy it is in Randomizer to get sniped.
I mean,
A
those
Guardian hit
guardians,
or-
the guardians of the Nova skeletons are just the guardians of Nova skeletons and the blue Venus weeds are the most dangerous enemies in the game, and you have to go by all of them during the randomizer. So if you just let like you saw, if you just let your thing go for one, if you miss one wing smash, you can just die like that.
Indeed.
Good spamming by Diesel.
He
That
should
was a
probably
quick
unequip
shaft fight.
the duplicator.
Yeah, he should have equipped the Covenant Stone. It adds more attack, which with the Vorpal Blade, like we said before, is a huge deal.
There we go. Stream sniping? No. So, Mash. Do we notify Raz that he's dead? Basically.
Well, if he's
And
watching the
time
channel, he should see
for
Dot
Diesel.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul of my mother no more. How
Yeah, GG.
is it that I've been so defeated?
Great job, Diesel.
Doomed
There we go. He forfeited.
ability to love.
Wow. What a roller coaster.
Sarcasm. But what profit
Good race
Yeah.
though. It was close to the end. So
the world in
Yeah, right up until the time Rats died, it was really close.
1926, I believe.
I really wish that he hadn't died. It would have been such a close race.
Tell me, what
I guess we can just pull him back in.
was her last words? She said, "Do not hate humans."
Okay, boys, you can unmute yourselves.
Hello?
Already a hard life.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello,
no.
friends.
Can I breathe? Jesus.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, you can breathe, Diesel.
So
Oh my
congratulations,
God.
Diesel.
Congrats, Diesel.
You
Thanks,
you won the
guys.
race.
Congrats, Diesel.
Appreciate it. Thank
Very,
you.
very interesting and close race. Good job to both of you. Obviously, the Noble Skeleton is gonna get a raise.
Yeah, he bodied me pretty good there.
Was that 135 damage?
It was a little bit more than I had. I was really considering healing before that, and my worst fear came true. So it was literally the nightmare seed I was dreading.
Same.
And
Same.
it happened.
You
I
guys
was
did a
like-
good job, though.
I was like, please, all I ask for is a seed where I don't have to grind for library. And
Did
what
you
do
grind
know?
at the start too? I was
Yeah, you
so
both had to.
embarrassed. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I
mean,
was
you do what
a
you gotta
little
do.
surprised. I was just expecting somebody to go and fight Lesser Demon before they ground.
Yeah, I was super scared of him.
So you guys do that the safe way. You technically could have, both of you could have checked both
Fairy
the
card.
fairy card location and the lesser demon, but both of you decided to farm for the power of mist, which actually ended up being a pretty good choice because lesser demon didn't have any gems to sell.
Yeah.
So how, because you guys had some route deviations, first of all, okay, trying to remember what exactly you guys did differently.
All right, I got
Rats, why
one.
did you decide? Go
Or
ahead.
you go ahead. You go ahead.
Rats, why did you decide to not check the bat location when you bought the Power of Mist and only return to it later in the game. Because I think that might have been the deciding factor that put you behind.
Yeah. I
you
can't
forget?
remember. I think it was because I wasn't confident in my weapon, although maybe I had a katana at that point. I can't remember why.
I think you had fists then, still.
Yeah, you just
Okay,
had
if I had
nothing.
fist, I was just not gonna have it. Like
Okay.
I'm just scared of him a bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
He does like 30, 40 damage a hit, and
Something
I
like that.
was really tilted.
SDiezal
with my...
killed him with spells.
Yeah, that's cool. Soul Steel and Spirit and stuff like that.
Tetra Spirit,
Yeah.
yeah. Does quite a bit of damage.
I guess I
And you
underestimated
also
Tetra Spirit.
decided to come back to the library again around Aurochs, I think.
Yeah.
And you kind of had to backtrack.
Yeah, I didn't have the best routing.
When you got the library card, basically, you kind of did something.
Yeah,
that we
after
were not
sword
sure.
card, I think that was my last up castle check, so I just wanted to teleport and get back down to the caverns, right?
No. When you first got the library card in the jar, you went back to the teleporter, and you kind of traversed the castle. I guess I don't remember where you went. I'm not sure if you do.
I remember what he
It's
did.
been a blur.
I can tell you what you did. So
Okay.
you were in Olrox. You were going up the shaft. The first jar dropped the library card, and then you took the teleporter to Outer Wall from Olrox without doing anything else. You just went to the teleporter,
I
went to
just
Outer
didn't.
Wall.
Again, like I just felt unequipped to kill Olrox. Unless my gear was fine for him. I can't remember exactly.
Had katana, I think.
Yeah, maybe a katana was good enough, or is good enough. I just figured it would be fine, I guess, but maybe that was a bad choice.
Did both of you read all of the items in the shop the first time you visited it?
I tried to read most of them. Was there anything I missed?
I mean, what I'm asking for is did both of you know that you got duplicator when you were farming?
Yeah.
SDiezal?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
SDiezal, you used a mana prism. The one mana prism you had, you used that lesser demon. Was that just for I need to use this to not die? Or
Yeah, that was exactly it.
Okay, I see. In
I
that
needed
case, it's
because I know
guess.
I had no weapons to really fight him. I had to rely on just spells, so I went that route.
Yeah, it ended up working out. You did get the kill, and you got a mana prism later on, anyways. So
Yeah, there
it
was
ended up
unavoidable
working
mana
out. It was
prism
just kind
Nova.
of scary. It was scary to watch you use the mana prism and go, no, he can't wing smash forever.
Yeah, I mean, it was early on in the seed where I felt like it was a good enough gamble that there was a chance that I'd find another one later on. So I wasn't too worried about using it right there and never finding another one.
Yeah,
it was
that
a
makes
pretty
sense.
low equipment seed for quite a while.
Really
you guys
my
had to use fists
God.
and
So
low
annoying.
damage weapon for a while.
I didn't have
Was
a
that
shield.
painful?
I didn't have a shield for at least until I got to the shop, and by then I was like, "Well, I already have duplicator and mana prism. I'm not even need a shield." So
Yeah, I didn't buy a shield. I had money, and I was like, well, I'm like what 500 short or something like that of the duplicator, so I didn't even buy a shield on my first trip, and I already had a library card. So where was Last Relic, anyways? On Death?
no,
Force of Echo.
Force of Echo.
Force of Echo. Okay, makes sense. So
You were
probably had
slightly
like a minute
behind
lead.
SDiezal, basically.
Yeah.
So I got a question for Rats.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how you felt after you died.
Wow, what a question.
Well, I figured that was obviously the game. But
I just want to know what ran through your head. Like it was a catastrophic thing to happen, considering your last save was back in First Castle.
I was obviously disappointed, but the moment before it happened, I said to myself, like, you should probably heal. Like, you've been dropping a lot of wing smashes lately. If you drop a smash here, it's gonna be trouble. And then I just said, nah, screw it. And well, that happened. So I kind of just like accepted what I did, and
yeah,
I thought like, man, what if he died? He could have died. Like, I'm like what 5 minutes off of getting back
I
to
mean,
where I was.
Diesel could have died. Like, he could have died, and that would
I was
have
just
put you
waiting
back
for
on
He
the-
even
almost
ground.
died, in fact, near
Um,
the Guardians. So let me just ask, Rats, did you feel behind in the second castle, or did you feel ahead?
I felt that my gameplay was a little bit lackluster in terms of just wing smashing. I was dropping a lot of
No, I
smashes
mean
in general, but
before the
Sorry?
second castle, because after the second castle started, then I noticed that your execution kind of dropped a little bit.
yeah, I don't know. The beginning of the seed had me really tilted, to be honest, and I was pretty
I
nervous.
see.
So
Same.
really, the unarmed thing and the grinding, I didn't know if like maybe Diesel said, you know what, screw this, I'm not going to do this, and just like
you were both grinding for the pretty much the same amount of time, so
That's crazy.
I thought maybe he could say screw it and go into Coliseum from the mist.
Yeah, I was wondering if one of you guys was going to do that.
Nah, that felt like it would have taken too long.
And,
Like without Power of Mist, I felt like that would have been a bad
yeah, the
move.
relic was so juicy that I figured I had to do it because it just basically
Yeah.
unlocks the entire castle. So
Yeah, if that
Yeah.
relic in the shop was anything other than Power of Mist, it would have been a whole nother story.
well, you
It
guys
was also pretty late back, so that
Yeah.
was unfortunate for you guys.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
the last relic I checked. Was it the same for you or no?
No. Well, no,
Almost.
no, it wasn't. It was one of the last few. So yeah, I saved all rocks for Silver Ring after Spike Breaker. So the last
that was
relic
a
I
good
checked,
choice. That was a good
yeah,
choice.
was Sword Card.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, that
okay.
caught him up quite a bit because he had bad for more location checks in the first castle than you did.
Mhm.
And I was praying to God for a library card, and the second that I start looking for it, it pops up in that vase, and that was clutch. That was
Yeah.
a super clutch library card because I was not ready equipment wise for Drac.
And there was a mana prism too on the way.
Yeah,
to
like
card.
right there too. Yeah, it's insane.
So what
Mash, you
was
had
your
a question?
Oh, what's up?
Mash?
sorry, what?
Mash? You
Yeah,
had
go
a
ahead.
question?
I don't think I had any other questions.
I
okay.
had a
Sorry.
question. So
Go ahead.
when you guys saw the library, the first time you guys saw the library, what were your thoughts? Because it had a
This is
lot
my
of
worst
juicy
fear.
stuff.
Go ahead, Rats.
As soon as I noticed what was happening, I was like, this is the one seed that I didn't want to get. Because I've
Yeah.
played enough randomizer to know like this means that I wasn't happy at all. Like with even a duplicator, like I didn't care. I was just like, this is the worst possible thing. And I had already been getting stuffed by a lot of hits, like fighting unarmed. I thought I would do slightly better fighting through the castle unarmed. But it was just going real rough, and I didn't know whether or not Diesel was going to get lucky with the big, item drop, or what. Maybe he found something and was completely blowing past me. So I was getting really tilted, and it just
Yeah.
kept getting worse and worse and worse for me.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. I was really tilted at the same thing. Like we have to sit here and farm for money. I'm like, okay, so.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough money, so I went in there. I looked at the shop. I got a mental memory of everything in there. All right, I saw Duplicator, I saw Vorpal, I saw
Mhm.
Drac Tunic, and the Alucard Shield. I'm like, all right. So when I come back here with money, I know what's in here. I don't
Yeah.
want to forget anything. So I got Power of Mist, and that took what felt like a year to
Mhm.
grind for that. And then the other thing, what I sometimes do is I'll check, like when we first start, I'll check the wall behind the first portal to see what's there. And in this case, there was actually an aquamarine right behind that portal wall. So if I'd had known that, if I'd have remembered to check that, we could have hit the portal, got the aquamarine, and wouldn't even had to farm. We would have been able to go right to the shop, at least
Aquamarine
get
is
Power of
not
Mist.
a lot of money, though. Aquamarine is like
It's
It would have been
enough to
enough
get
to where I
Power of
wouldn't
Mist.
have had to sit there and farm, though.
Yeah.
That's the important thing. And it wasn't a lot of money, but it would have skipped sitting there destroying books over and
My
over
major
and over
regret
again.
for the beginning was not turning into mist and dive kicking off the book and getting up into the lesser demon. I feel like isn't that possible to do? And
Yeah,
not
you don't even
fairly
need
difficult?
to dive kick off the book. I think you can just jump and mist.
I'm not sure if you
Um,
can. You can in wolf form. I'm not sure if Alucard
Right.
can do it.
Yeah. I thought I would be too short, so I thought I would have to like
Regardless, you can
full
make
speed.
both jumps to Lesser Demon and to
Yeah.
the fairy
Fairy
card.
card.
I tried a couple
Yeah.
times, but I just didn't
Yeah,
have
both
enough
of you
height.
tried a few times.
Yeah, I tried in between farming.
Yeah, there's a setup for it, but it's pretty niche and it's not widely used. It's actually Ben's setup. You punch the book, you use mist, and then when you dive on it, you kill it with the kick. It's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because
And then the
punching the
second
book
mist get you
actually,
on top of the ledge.
yeah, punching the book actually kind of makes the book like reel back a little bit if you do it at the
Yeah.
right time.
All right, so just a quick tournament bracket update. So, SDiezal, you move on to round 2 in the upper. So your next opponent's going to end up being tube powered. And Rats, you go down the lower bracket. So we have no idea who you're going to be going up against yet. We have to see who else joins you down there.
Cool.
Once we finish up we have one more match for first round, and then second round matches will be starting as well. We've already started scheduling those matches, so well, we're done with the matches that we currently have scheduled. We should have new scheduled matches, I think, starting Sunday. So, you guys should stay tuned for that. We'll be tweeting out that info and the schedule for the matches from Sunday going into next week. So, yeah, is there anything else anybody would like to say before we wrap this up?
I'd just like to say thanks for hosting the event and having me. And sorry I died. I wish I could have played better.
Well, you know what? It's always risky, and in Rendo,
it's
anybody could take that death. I mean, it's happened in lots of races. So,
And I just like to say GG, well played to Diesel.
Hey, GG, dude. I'm sorry it ended in a death, man.
It
That always
happens.
sucks, dude.
It happens.
but you
Yeah,
guys
GG to both of the players.
you both played
Yeah,
really
good
really well.
games.
There's a lot of like back and forthing on who was pulling ahead. I mean, a lot of the time it seemed like Rats was ahead for a majority of the early part of the game.
Yeah.
So, Diesel caught up, and then you guys were trading spots for a bit, and then Rats, you were catching right back up until that unfortunate timely
Yeah,
death.
well, I wish I would have not died and got to close the gap or whatever and see how it would have played out. But
Yeah,
whatevs.
it happens, man. Those guys are brutal.
Yeah,
Hey, that's why we have a lower bracket.
Yeah.
it's my fault for dropping a smash next to him. I should respect them more.
Well, I mean, did you think about turning into Mist at all?
I mean, when you're trying to do a wing smash,
I
actually
actually, I think I did that. I think I missed right there because I was dropping a wing
I
smash
know.
as
I
well.
know. I saw Diesel took a couple hits and then he missed it right away.
You know what? I think I dropped my first attempt at the wing smash, escaping, and after that, I should have immediately missed it, but I just didn't have the quick-wittedness to do that, and I tried again for the smash and failed
A
again.
well-timed miss can definitely save you from certain
Yeah, for
disaster,
sure.
with especially because you guys both had power of mist, right?
Did you even
Yeah,
notice
yeah.
the guy was starting up an attack, or we're just focusing
I
on doing the
didn't-
wing smash?
I thought I actually might be far enough away because I know it only has, it's not like full screen.
Oh.
But
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
almost full screen.
It's very long. It turns out it's long enough.
Yeah.
just long enough.
That guy has a long laser.
Yeah. Well, I'll respect him more next time, I guess. Respect the beam, boys.
That's it, right? Respect the beam.
Respect.
Let's get that hashtag trending, guys. Hashtag respect the beam.
So, anyways, if you guys haven't already, check out the brackets for the tournament over at the link that just got dropped in there at challenge.com/SOTNRando1. Might be future tournaments down the road. We'll see how this ends up wrapping up, and the following tournaments, if we do run any, might be a bit shorter. maybe some rapid fires. We'll have to work that out. But also thanks as well to Mouse, who was the one who helped work on the randomizer and made this actually even possible. So that's a big thing. And I'd like to say thank you again to NASA Marathon for having us on their channel, and as well as providing us the RTMP to bring you guys the live feed. And also the Long Library, who the community in general has been a big part of making this tournament even possible. So thank you to all of them, and especially to our commentators tonight for this match, Talek and Stu. This was great. You guys provided excellent commentary.
Thank you. And thank you for setting this up, along with Talek.
And I just wanted a randomizer tournament.
And I wanted one too.
So, anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed the matches so far this week. Plenty more down the road. We only just started this tournament, so it's been
plenty of matches left.
Yeah, like we're not even a quarter way through yet. We're getting there, but we're not quite there.
We haven't even met all the players yet. We still need to see.
Yeah, second round's got
Mouse,
a lot
DD.
of. Yeah, got Mouse and Pasta. I believe that should be the first match on Sunday coming up, and then we should have the other scheduled matches shortly after. So we still haven't even seen Dragon Blitz play. We haven't seen Nightwolf yet. Lost Legend, Serial, Bubbles. We haven't even seen him play yet. Talek hasn't played. Ness hasn't played, and Cheeseburger, as well as myself. So plenty of players. Most of them are in round 2, so they got a bye. They got lucky. But you never know. It's got quite the slaughterhouse going on in lower. So
yeah, losers bracket's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I mean, everybody that's down there still has a second chance to pull themselves back up. So definitely gonna have to play their heart out. Maybe play some big gambles.
I'll just be happy to not die.
That's always a plus. If you can not die in a rando, that's always a plus. I usually take at least one death.
And maybe get a weapon in the first 15 minutes of the game.
I mean, you guys had Stone Sword after the first 20 minutes.
Oh man, that sword!
I busted that sword out on those sword nights, and it took 5 hits, and I immediately unequipped it.
None of us knew. None of us also knew that up until the point that SDiezal did it. But you stoned the Medusa, the yellow Medusa. We didn't even know that was a thing. Most of us.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I should be immune.
Yeah, that's what some of us were thinking. But apparently, you can stone Medusa and clutch it. All right. With that all said, everybody, have a good morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and we will see you when the next race happens. So follow the socials there. Talek, I believe, did them in the account there, or not tweeted, but posted them. And if you guys aren't a part of the Long Library, you should maybe come check that out. There's a link to the Long Library on SOTN.io. So definitely, if you're interested in the SOTN Randomizer, go check that out, as well as maybe hit us up in the Long Library. We'll get you started. Maybe join in some of the casual races that we do almost nightly at this point. And have a good time. That's the main goal of this tournament as well, is just have a good time, do your best, show your competitive side. Yeah, with that said, I think that's about everything. Anybody else have any last words?
Nope, that's it.
Nope.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Game.
All right,